Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about Otocinclus. They are super cute, they are fun to watch, and they are really good at their job. But they also have a reputation of being sensitive or even very difficult to keep. So if you're facing any problems with Otos, you might want to watch this video till the end. This is my full guide on how to keep the Otos alive, happy and healthy. Let's start from the basics and talk about Otos requirements. When it comes to water parameters, there is nothing special there. With pH, you should stick to between 6.5 and 7.5. Temperature-wise, Otos are doing well between 22 and 26 degrees Celsius, and you should keep GH between 7 and 15. Otos are quite sensitive to water quality, so you should really keep an eye on your nitrate and ammonia levels and keep them as low as possible. This is why you should always remember about frequent water changes. This is also connected to one of the problems about Otos. They are very sensitive to sudden changes. And I mean all types of changes: temperature, water quality, nitrate levels, all of it. So keeping small but frequent water changes will help with this problem a lot. But we will come back to the sudden changes in the later parts of this video. Next thing to remember is that Otocinclus is a schooling fish, so you should try to keep them in groups. I would prefer 5 or more. You can really see a big difference when Otos are kept in small numbers, in their behavior and also in their health. And the last thing about the requirements is the tank itself. Otos like to spend a lot of time on driftwood, and you should definitely include some in your tank. Otocinclus also like to have densely planted tank. This is because plants provide a lot of shaded areas for them. They also provide some hiding spots, but mostly on the plants there is a lot of food for Otos, meaning algae of course. And last but not least, include some botanicals like cones or leaves. They absolutely love this stuff. They like to hide in it, they like to eat it. And on top of that, botanicals also provide tannins into the water, which is a win-win for everyone. Okay, but it wasn't so bad, right? People complain that they are sensitive, that they are difficult, but pretty much everything I said was quite easy. So now let's talk about real problems. First one would be feeding. Many people assume that because Otocinclus are algae eaters, this is what they're gonna eat on daily basis and nothing else. And this is a big mistake. Yes, of course, Otos will eat algae in your tank. But if you have a group of 6 to 8 Otocinclus and you have like 60-liter tank, that's not enough. And algae doesn't grow as fast as you might think. And this is why one of the most common cause of death for Otos in the tank is starvation. My top choices when it comes to feeding Otos are, first of all, algae wafers. Very cheap, very convenient option. My Otos especially like Hikari algae wafers, but obviously you can use whatever the brand you want. I'm using them maximum twice a week. Next is vegetables. This is one of the best and healthiest options for them. You can use Brussels sprouts, zucchini, lettuce, cucumber. My Otos go crazy for cucumber. I always put my vegetables into boiling water for a few minutes to make it a little bit softer, and that's it. You can put it directly into the tank and Otos will go crazy for it. And finally, don't forget that Otos are biofilm grazers. This is why I like so much to use botanicals in my tanks with Otos in them. Where leaves or wood or cones are starting to decay in water, they are producing something called biofilm, and Otos will eat that. And lastly, I would like to say a few words about food leftovers. So I know that you're feeding other fish in your tank, but please remember that Otocinclus don't like protein. They like vegetables in their diet. So if you are feeding your other fish high protein diet, this is not good for Otocinclus, and you really need to add something special just for them. Next, let's talk about sensitivity to changes. As I mentioned previously, Otos really don't like sudden changes in water parameters. And this is especially important when you're buying new fish and adding them to your tank. So for doing that, I really recommend to use drip acclimation. I'm using this method every single time when I'm introducing Otos to the new setup. Just put your new Otos in the small container with the water that are coming in, and then start dripping the water from the tank that you're planning to use for them. This way, you're gonna very slowly even out the parameters of the water, and your fish will not feel the shock when you finally put them into the destination tank. It's very easy, it doesn't cost you anything, and it's almost a guarantee of increasing survival rate of your Otos. And final thoughts needs to be about the quality of the fish themselves. Unfortunately, many Otocinclus that you see in the pet stores, they are already sick or not treated well, so it's very important to pick the right ones. So first of all, try to find out how long they are in the pet store. So most of the Otos will die few weeks or days after they arrive to the pet store. So if they are there for at least few weeks, it's a good sign. Second, try to look at their bellies, because fat Oto is healthy and happy Oto. If they are skinny, it's a bad sign, and that means that the pet store really doesn't know how to care for those fish. And like I said, they really need to be fed. And finally, they should be like a brown/black/white in color. If they are very pale and grayish, you may look someplace else. So to summarize, please don't believe into the myths that Otocinclus are crazy, difficult to keep. This is not true. If you stick to basic rules, you can really have healthy, happy Otocinclus in your tank. They will not die one after the other. Just try to buy the healthiest ones, feed them well, keep the water clean, and introduce them slowly into your established tanks. And this is it. If you treat them well, they're gonna do a great job at cleaning your tank. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit a like if you like Otocinclus, it really helps me out. If you have any more problems with Otocinclus, please leave a comment, I will try to help you out. That's it for today, and as always, see you on the next one.